What's up, blue chips? One trade today, WDC, and we actually had one afternoon trade yesterday in ARDX that I wanted to go over. So let's get to it. All right, traders, so real quick, just wanted to go over that trade from ARDX yesterday. I did make a video on it, but I wanted to just go over the accident that happened. I actually saw this popping up in the afternoon. I actually went to start this with 100 shares. And as you can see, I ended up trading 4,000 shares on this thing. And I totally did not mean for that to happen. I started it with 1,000 completely by accident. Let me just go to the chart real quick. It'll be a lot easier to explain. So yesterday, it was right here when it went high of day. So let's zoom in here. So as you can see, it was about 40 minutes until close. I had saw it pop up right here. It was, just kind of looking for something to play. And I got in like right towards the top of this candle. And I only meant to grab 100 shares, just looking for this thing to kind of fade for the rest of the day. Back down there towards that $5 area. Because I hadn't had a trade. I had the one trade on WB, but it was break even basically. And so I was just looking for something. I was eager, and the kids were being okay, so I decided to jump in for 100 shares, although I immediately realized the mistake. It was 1,000 shares. So heart was pumping. Was like, come on, just drop. And as you can see, this next candle got down to 550. My entry was at 547. Which I'm a little confused now. Maybe it was on this candle. I don't exactly remember which candle it was, but the average was 547. I can probably look that up, but it was. The spread was 550 was on the ask, and the bid was 547. And I was going to pay the spread, thinking it was only $3, but ended up being $30. But as you can see, it tried to get under 50, and when I realized it wasn't, it started to go above this candle. I actually took half my shares, 500 shares, at 57. So I was, $35 because it was a $75 loser. And it popped on me. So it was the right idea to try to manage the trade, the mistake. Probably should have just taken it all, but, I was still okay with the trade itself. And I figured, the idea behind the initial trade was if it was going to make a move, it was going to pop through high of day right here and, make a decent move. So we would look to add in there. So as we got right to high of day, sorry, my son is pulling on my thing. So as we got to high of day, I added, and then it popped through high of day on this intense move. And I basically did a 112 off of the 500 shares. And so when we came back down, I'm now in 2,000 shares, and I ended up kind of covering it as quickly as possible once it got under my average. And as you can see, it ended up only being the $45 winner after all the commissions, because it could have been a $100 trade before commissions on that initial drop. But I believe I took 75%. Yeah, I took 1,500 shares, and then I took half of the 500 shares, and then I ended up taking off the rest after that. So that's where we got the 7 fills. So it was a little bit frustrating, but we made it work. It was a little scary. I didn't trade the P&L. I told myself right when I made the mistake, I'm going to just not look at the P&L. I'm going to trade the chart as if I would have gotten in correctly the first time. Because if I was in 100 shares here, I would have still been holding, and I would have looked to add 100 and then 200. So I still played it the exact same way that I would have. We just had the mistake, and we ended up taking the loss to get down to a size that we were more comfortable with. And that was that on ARDX. So with that, let's take a look at the live trade from today, which is WDC. Here it is. So we got WDC up here. It's off the scanner. Just went through 61. Had some volume come in here as well to get through 61. We're just kind of seeing if it wants to pop up. Get a little bit of an extension through 61. See if we can get up towards, there we go. See if we can get up into the 20s. There we go. Starting to feel like she's stalling. We're going to take it there. Man, that dropped pretty quick. We got 17. Just starting with 50 shares. Looking up at our thing, we have $60 for our buying power. We have 500 shares on here. So if we wanted to do 50, 50, 100, that's well within our buying power. So we'd be good there. See if we can get that quick drop right back under 61. VWAP's down there at almost 60. But that previous resistance there at $60.50 is kind of what we'd be looking for to take half. We got to get through 61 first. And just seeing if it wants to double top here or continue. If it wants to continue up through 35 here, because 33 is the high, we'll go ahead and just take a paper cut. Okay, no, it looks like it's going to make a decent little drop here. Nice. Right down to 61. Beautiful. See if we can get through 61. All right, the bid's through. Ask is down. All right, right back up. It's kind of flirting with it here. Would really like, there we go. See if we can get down into the 80s to take half. Right back up. So if this wants to shoot back up towards our average, we're just going to go ahead and take it. Because this is the second attempt here to get through 61. Don't really want to chance this just being a small pullback before continuing. So I'd rather just take the break-even trade if it wants to shoot up versus holding on to take the loss at this point. Really no reason to go red on it. Let's see if we can try 61 again. Looks like she wants to squeeze back up. All right, we're just going to take it there. Man, and of course it popped up to 15. All right, so basically a break-even trade there, but it kind of feels like it wants to go back up. All right, Chair, so that was my trade on WDC. As you can see, it was a frustrating one. Right after we got out of this thing, I mean, it immediately almost started dropping again. Kind of faked us out. You know, it got down to the bottom of this candle. We had a chance to get out there under 61, even for a partial of our shares, and then we could have set the rest at high of day. You know, in hindsight, obviously that's what we should have done. But, you know, not going to be too upset about it. Just a very frustrating day as far as trading. I didn't really see anything else popping out at us. This was really the only thing that I felt was my edge. And it just didn't want to cooperate with us. As you can see, it decided to double top us a little bit. And at least we were patient enough to wait that out. But then we just kind of, I don't know, I guess you could say we got a little bit greedy instead of kind of taking half our shares there, even though we only had the starter position. But, you know, neither here nor there. But with that said, I will not be trading tomorrow at the open. Hopefully I'll come home. I have to go to the DMV to get some paperwork taken care of. Maryland is being gay with some real ID thing. I'm not sure if other states are doing that, but it's something I have to go take care of. It happens to be tomorrow at 9:30. So I'll be taking care of that. Hopefully I'll get home. But then I'll have both kids tomorrow as well. So that should be fun. And we'll see what happens. So don't count on me trading tomorrow. Probably won't even put out a video if I don't trade. Maybe keep an eye on Twitter if you're in the Discord channel to see if I end up trading or whatnot, and then you could look for a video. But if not, just maybe look for me on Friday, and then Friday might be a little bit slow for me too because I don't want to risk anything before I go on vacation for a week. So, but we definitely still will be doing the Friday night live stream, or we'll be doing the 400 sub giveaway. So if you haven't entered for that yet and you still want to, go check out that video and enter in for your chance to win the free week of the ISW package, the full team ISW package, learning center, chat rooms, platinum scanners, everything. So that's all I got for you. Like and subscribe, guys, if you haven't already. Always appreciate that support. If you have any questions or comments, as always, leave those down below. Also, let me know how you did down below, and I'll talk to you maybe tomorrow, maybe Friday. Peace.